Oh, hi, Paul Sackett, Good News Planet. I'm speaking to Andy McCormick. Hi, Andy. How are you?
Paul, how are you?
Good. Vice President Public Affairs, the Hershey Company, and they're announcing a new opening of the most technologically advanced manufacturing unit in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Advanced enough to make 70 million Kisses chocolates come off the line daily. Congratulations to you.
Oh, thanks a lot, Paul. It's an interesting story because the new plant is about 2 miles down the road from where Milton Hershey built the original largest chocolate factory in the world. So we feel good about continuing to make chocolate in Hershey, Pennsylvania for the next 100 years.
I believe it's going to be a great asset as well for the state of Pennsylvania, right? You're going to help them with their the finances of the state as a result.
Everybody in the U.S. and elsewhere wants to have high technology, high value-adding commerce, and manufacturing is key to that. What we've said about is two things. Number one, the most important part of the plan is the 1,000-member workforce. These are highly skilled, highly trained, highly motivated, many longtime Hershey employees. And they have gone from the technology of the past to the technology of the future. Both Hershey and the state of Pennsylvania have contributed to their retraining and their upskilling, and their technological capabilities are greatly advanced by that. And we have estimated that for the area of the Mid-Atlantic and central Pennsylvania, we're seeing about in excess of about $1 billion economic benefit over the next 5 years for the new Hershey plant.
Aha, magnificent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so you've, to make a plant like this, I'm sure it's a lot of money, R&D, and the highest, the latest, the newest technologies. How did that all come about?
That's correct. The first thing is you need the heritage of manufacturing and technology skill in chocolate making, and we really see this as a continuum from the original innovations of Milton Hershey a century ago. And you can really very much see that in the transformation of his plant, which grew in leaps and bounds in the 10s, 20s, and 30s, but by the 60s and 70s had become less modern than we probably wanted. So two parts to your question. We began, the first part of the new plant was built in the 1990s, and it was the largest plant of its kind in Pennsylvania. And then 18 months ago, we decided to add on to that. So really, we've invested $300 million in central Pennsylvania in the plant, and it's come together in approximately 18 months. And please bear in mind that this in central Pennsylvania was an economically difficult time, so we consciously used local suppliers, local concrete makers, local equipment makers. So we think that it does extend the company's capability, and it's been good for our regional economy.
Aha. Do you think that the buzz out there and the science that's coming out about the health benefits of chocolate is helping here?
Yeah, I actually do. I think that the science around chocolate and cocoa has really taken off in the last 5 or 7 years. And, we're thinking long-term with this. So we believe that more and more health links will be found with cocoa and chocolate. We think that'll be good for consumers, and this plant will give us the capability to adapt quickly to the changing market.
Well, it sure makes people happy, Andy, and happiness is the best thing.
70 million kisses a day is a lot of happiness.
There's no doubt about it. Now, you guys also, I know the last story we did was with the cocoa farmers, right?
Yes.
Small farmers in Africa. You extend with your socially responsibility as a good corporation, don't you?
Well, we actually had a Ghanaian ambassador to the plant opening here in Hershey as part of the West Hershey, and we were trying to make the point that the impact of this plant is really big. It's big on almond growers in California. It's big on Pennsylvania's 8,000 dairy farming families who supply milk to Hershey's milk chocolate. And it's big in places like Ghana, where 2 million people depend on cocoa growing for a living. So we wanted to make that connection, and yes, we have significantly increased our spending to make cocoa farming communities better places than they have been in the past.
A lot of good news all around the world. And talking about around the world, is the opportunity for people worldwide to be more involved with your product line, do you see that as a future?
Absolutely. Hershey is committed to growing globally. We're focusing on 5 key markets right now, Mexico, India, China, Brazil, in addition to our established markets in North America. What's happening, Paul, is that just as our country 60 or 70 years ago, the establishment of the middle class meant people could learn and like chocolate, that's happening now. So there's growing global demand, and Hershey products are increasingly part of the middle class in places like China.
Aha. And you have stores. I think you have one in Shanghai, don't you?
Yes, we do. Stores in Shanghai, similar to what you would see here in Hershey or in Times Square.
Aha. That's all good news, if you ask me.
It is, Paul.
A lot of good things here. Here's a statistic that I think is pretty wild here. The number of miles you get when you line up the daily production of Hershey's Kisses chocolates, 300,000 miles? Is that right? Am I reading that right?
You are. It's to Shanghai. It's from Hershey, PA to Shanghai and back 20 times.
Oh, my God.
I think that when you live here in the chocolate area, you really see the skill our folks have in making these products. People love them. We love making them. And we made a documentary about the closing the plant. What was striking, we interviewed the workers who worked in the Milton Hershey plant, was the amazing pride they had in producing a great product that people in China, Brazil, India, Chicago, New York love. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, there's the beauty of success in business and a large team. You're, in addition to this side of the business, you have the entertainment side, and I guess it's a good place to work for you, right, Andy?
Oh, it's a great place, and we have a medical hospital that Milton Hershey helped start. We have the amazing Milton Hershey School with almost 2,000 kids a year getting a free education.
Wow.
And the wonderful park and hotel here in Hershey. So it's all part of one story, and we started a great new chapter with the new Hershey plant this month.
Fantastic. Then last question is, what's good news for you?
At the end of the day, everybody now is very engaged about the next 100 years of chocolate making here in Hershey.